Hi, I'm Tobias Naegele, Editor-in-Chief at Air and Space Forces Magazine, and we're here at the 2025 AFA Aerospace and Cyber Conference. Nick Yates, CAE, we're talking about next generation training architecture. Talk to me about what this is and what it means to the Air Force and to CAE.
Yeah, for sure. So next generation training, hard to define, but it's really not if you start thinking about it. So adjusting a paradigm shift of how we train versus how we used to train with an individual trainer in an individual event, doing individual tasks. We're now looking at the whole training ecosystem. And so being able to take technologically advanced capabilities such as the joint simulation environment, include that into the next generation training environment, take the live piece, the virtual piece, and the constructive piece, and you're able to actually project out what a training presentation needs to look like for the warfighter. A realistic training presentation so that we're able to provide that training before we actually get to it for real. So for the Air Force, it's 100%, it's we have to go this way to be able to train with our 5th and 6th generation aircraft, and it's all domain as well. So you're talking space, you're talking surface, subsurface, all those things.
So when you talk about 5th and 6th generation, you get into a real challenge. You can't actually execute a lot of the mission in the open without giving things away.
That's right.
So much has to be done in the training environment. But linking those training environments has really been the challenge. What is CAE's role in that?
So CAE, what we are currently working on is we have a program that's active in the Air Force called SCARS, which is Simulator Common Architecture Requirements and Standards. It's taking all the individual simulators that the Air Force has and combining it and aligning it so that the architecture and the standards are the same. It also provides an umbrella of cybersecurity at each individual sites where we are implementing the on-premise equipment. And then with that, then we are taking best of breed apps, if you will, such as JSE, Joint Simulation Environment, such as virtualized legacy aircraft, hanging them on that on-premise equipment, and so then we have that capability now at individual locations.
To tie in and give the same kind of training experience that you would otherwise have to go travel to Nellis or something.
That's right. And you still can't get all the training you need, even if you are at Nellis flying. Our technologies and our tactics have outpaced our actual physical geography. We don't have the airspace to be able to execute how we need to be executing. And so to be able to do that inside a virtual environment, you don't have those constraints.
And you've actually, you've lived this.
Right.
You just retired from the Air Force a relatively short time ago. In that transition, discovering kind of the how much industry can offer, how quickly can we move to get from where we are, which is certainly more advanced than it was, but still kind of a long way to go, to really making this happen kind of force-wide? Yeah,
for sure. So an example I'll use is out in Indo-PACOM theater right now. There's obviously a number of challenges in that theater with the tyranny of distance that's happening there. So to be able to actually train to that piece, we're going to have to do a couple other things besides just fly live and just get out there. So when we talk live, virtual, and constructive, right? So to be able to put up constructed entities that allow the quantity and the quality of a potential adversary and us to be able to train against that. And it works for multiple mission sets, whether it be offensive counter-air, defensive counter-air, missile defense, all these things that need to be happening out in that theater, we're actually able to do, and industries working together, multiple companies, CAE being one of the primaries out there, to be able to project that live virtual constructive replication for the warfighter, and we've been very successful in that as recent as the last 6 months.
And getting the operators, the reps and sets that they need so that they are really prepared.
That's right.
When reality hits.
That's right. And that's one of the primary benefits of having a virtual indoor simulated environment that's the same level of fidelity as live. All the entities are projecting behind the glass in the cockpit exactly the same as they will live, and flying with a concurrent OFP, so it's exactly the same.
The real flight plan.
Yep, and like you said, you can start the fight, you can do the flight, then you can just rehack the system, go debrief and do it again. And so, we have units that are going out in the joint simulation environment, and they're getting 30, 40 reps in 3 days versus maybe getting
3 in a week.
That's right, exactly. So,
Exactly.
yeah, there's a lot of things we can do there. So it's really that paradigm shift of how we train is not fly less, it's definitely not that. We need to fly, we need to get all the things that are required out of live fly, but there's some other things that now we need to move indoors to really present the realistic replication that is going to be seen in the actual live environment.
Well, Nick Yates, CAE, thanks so much for taking some time with us.
Sure, all right, appreciate it.
Have a great show.